Welcome back, everyone. We are going to pick up where we left off yesterday, which is farming the Thunder Plains. I know it's so glamorous, isn't it? But basically what we're doing here is a Noosphere grid run. The title of the video says Blind Noosphere Grid Run, and so to alleviate any confusion, what that means is that I have no information as far as any kind of like guide that I'm using or anything like that, or even the internet in general, to do this playthrough. I have a fair amount of I have a fair amount of knowledge of the game from previous playthroughs and stuff like that, but I'm going out of my way to not use any kind of internet information or anything like that for this playthrough. I'm just trying to use my knowledge of the game. I streamed a Wakka as the main and a Lulu as the main character back to back before I started this one to kind of bone up on the game a little bit. And you know, the Wakka as the main was specifically along the way I was making mental notes about, you know, what are the spots that are going to cause me trouble? You know, where do I need to try and make preparations? And once I got here, I kind of was doing the same thing, you know, just really trying to figure out, okay, so we can farm items here that are going to be critical down the road. There's actually a lot here. I mean, a shit ton of stuff here. There are Cactuar monsters here who you can steal Chocobo feathers from. Chocobo feathers allow us to cast haste on one player. That's just absolutely massive. There's those guys. Those, what are they called now? Larva. They, we can steal lunar curtains from them, which will allow us to cast shell on a player. And from a couple different characters, we can steal, yeah, that's what I thought. From a number of different characters, we are able to steal, I think they're called lightning marbles, which are the items required to make a lightning proof gear. We were really fortunate and got a drop for RN for lightning proof gear that I didn't even know we could get. I mean, I know you just come across one for Tidus as part of the natural progression of the area. You do come across a lightning proof or a shield that has lightning proof on it for Tidus. So there's that. But I didn't realize that you could actually get, here, I'll show you. This is what Arn has. This, a freaking lightning proof piece of armor that has not only lightning proof, but 2 open slots. I didn't know that could be dropped here. I'm not even 100% sure who dropped it. I believe it was a formation of 1 larva and 2 imps. I think they're called imps, but I'm not 100% sure. You know those guys that kind of float and they have like a weird mask on their face and they use lightning attacks? Those guys. I'm pretty sure the formation that dropped that armor was the 2 imps and a larva formation. I'm not 100% on that, but I feel like that was the formation. So we have Waka, who I built a piece of armor here. This is what he's got on right now, or I believe this is what he's got on. Confused Ward, I mean, we're going to have to make him some stuff later on, but Confused Ward's kind of a big deal because his weapon can wipe the whole party out if he gets confused. Stoneproof because, well, Stoneproof is... it's a big deal. And then Lightning Proof, well, Lightning Proof is not only a big deal here, but later in the game, like, you run into lightning monsters everywhere. Strong lightning monsters. So I just decided it was worth spending it to make that on him. Normally we would do 3 successful steals on a monster that had something we want. But I kind of want to just move this along a little bit so we can try and get hopefully lightning marbles. Electro Marble is the common and less valuable steal from seemingly everything that has lightning stuff out here. But I'm pretty sure you can get Lightning Marble from these guys. I could be wrong, but I don't know for sure. And because I'm kind of like going out of my way to not look anything up, you know, it's frustrating. It would be a lot easier if I just went and looked up, okay, what can I steal, you know, lightning marbles from? Like, what specific monster can I steal lightning marbles from? You know, that would make my life easier, but I'm trying to really avoid that. I'm not looking anything up as it pertains to the No Sphere Grid game, and I'm going out of my way to not look anything up as it pertains to just any information in general. Because I know that once I start looking stuff up, then I'll be tempted to look up more stuff, and, you know, it'll snowball. So I'm just trying hard to just not do any of that. And, like, I got a stamina tablet somewhere along the way. I really, really, really want to know where I got that stamina tablet. I don't know where I got it, but to my memory, the only place I remember getting stamina tablets is a rare steal from Unalesca. So, I mean, that's pretty much at the end of the storyline, and it's a rare steal from that Medusa bitch. So, if that's the case, then, you know, maybe I'm misremembering, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's a pretty rare item. I don't know where the hell I got a stamina tablet. I'm completely at a loss. I think the most likely scenario is either that I got it out of a chest somewhere and didn't notice and didn't realize you can get one of those early in the game, or there was a boss that I doubt that I could steal it from a boss. That would really shock me if that was the case. But it's probably a drop from like a one-time only boss. Or it came out of a chest, you know, just, it's always in that chest every time. When you collect that chest, you get that item. That's probably the most likely scenario. I would be surprised, but, you know, just because I'm surprised doesn't mean it couldn't happen. If it was a drop from a monster, I would be extremely shocked if it was a steal from a monster, because, well, let's just get this over with now. Because if it's a steal from a monster, I mean, that means I can farm that shit, dude. Even if it's a boss, I can farm that guy until we get down to, like, you know, below 2% success rate on steals, and it would be worth it. It would definitely be worth it in a no sphere grid run. That would be huge. But I just can't, I don't know. I haven't gone online and looked up, where did I get the stamina tablet? Who has stamina tablet? You know, I really want to. Believe me, I want to know where I got that thing, because to my knowledge, it wasn't possible to get one of those. That's why I think it's probably in a chest. Just one random chest somewhere, and I picked it up, and I've always had, you know, I've always just picked it up, or it was somewhere and I didn't realize. You know, it's possible, you know, I did go kind of out of my normal, progression at the lightning temple. Normally the chests in the rooms I get after the temple, but I went and got the chests in the rooms before the temple. So I guess it's possible that it was in one of those chests and I didn't notice. And maybe it's only in one of those chests if you get those chests first. You know, they do stuff like that in games, so that's a possibility. I did go back through the path on Mushroom Rock, and I don't usually do that. So it's possible there was a chest there somewhere. That's possible. And I did make my way back to Besaid Island, and so maybe, just maybe, there's a monster on Besaid Island that you can get a rare steal for a stamina tablet. That would be a possibility that I would be willing to go along with, just because you can't steal anything from those monsters unless you go back there after you have Riku. And there's only 2 reasons to go back there. One is to get the Ject Sphere, and the other is to fight Dark Valfor. So if you're fighting Dark Valfor, it doesn't matter if you get stamina tablets, man. I mean, unless they can be used in customization, which is, they probably can be, but like I said, the only place I can think of that you get them from is from a rare steal from Unalesca. So you're limited, you know, it's not like you can just farm the shit out of those. You can get, like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 or 8 if you know, really grind out that steal and let the battle, you know, run on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You know, see that. But anyhow, I don't know. I would really like to find out where I got the stamina tablet, especially if it's a farmable item, because that could be just massive. That could be so massive. And oh, you son of a bitch! You know, if I hadn't built that for Wakka, we would be dead right now. And now we are dead. I should have killed him first. Well, that's what I get. So that's the stuff that pisses me off then, you know? Because, you know, that whole, you know, we got nothing for our time. Nothing for our time. We spent time. We got nothing. Just pissed me off. And now we've officially died 5 times. Maybe more than that, but I think it's 5 times. On the Thunder Plains. And prior to reaching the Thunder Plains, we had died 4 times combined. The whole freaking time. But, you know, shit like that happens when bad shit happens. But at least we didn't acquire anything of any great wealth, so whatever, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a time loss, which sucks, but It's not like we lost chocobo feathers or lightning marbles or anything like that. We have lost some lightning marbles from a death before. That does piss me off, but... Alright, this is one of those formations that does kind of suck. I'm gonna do this. Because those cocksucker one-eyed monsters, man, that's why it sucks. That's why. I mean, obviously that guy, but, you know, the one-eyed monster is the problem. He's the big problem. Alright, there we go. That's good. That's good. Alright, now let's go ahead and, I guess this is probably the best course of action. Try and get this to hit. Once we can get that ass clown to fall asleep, then, you know... Well, we might be able to kill him with him. He's probably going to dodge, right? See, now we're in a bad spot, because now we could be killed. With bad luck. Because the one-eyed monster, that's why. He's the problem. He hits too hard. Okay, so now we shouldn't die. And now I'm gonna bring in Yuna, and I'm gonna kill the one-eyed monster because I hate him. Well, I mean, he's good in the sense that we can get Musk, and we can even get Musk from this one on a rare steel, but because we're not concerned with Musk at this point, it's just such a chore to, this is not the place to farm Musk. But it's another thing we can get here. I mean, this whole area, the Thunder Plains, is just chock full of awesome stuff to farm. But that's not what we're going for here. We're going for light curtains. I think that's what they're called. Lunar curtains, light curtains. Let's see, what else here? Lunar curtain, light curtain. I think that's our first steel. Second steel. Now he wakes up. He's still slowed. We're gonna hope and get the third steel right here. That would be perfect. Actually, no, because Wakka's on the ground. That sucks ass. Damn it. And now we can't even do that because son of a bitch.
Ends now.
No, we can't risk that either. Let's go ahead and do that. There's just so many things that can screw you here. You got to be really careful. And sometimes sleep just doesn't want to hit. Wakka's on the ground. We don't want that. We want Wakka being able to come in and save our bacon is what we want. There we go. So now let's go ahead and Phoenix down Wakka. Oh, mother... Unfucking believable, dude. Now we have to waste another Phoenix down. Why would it target Titus? This place pisses me off. Let's try trying to get our third steel here, you know what I'm saying? Okay. We're gonna take you and put you in the back row so that at any given time we can bring you back in. It would be nice if we had more than one person that could steal. That would be so nice. Come on, can we get a third steal or what? There we go. So now we have a chance at a fourth steal. We're going to go ahead and try for it. Normally I wouldn't really... I'm not going to grind for a fourth, but if we can get it on a free chance. There we go. Kick ass. Now we'll just go ahead and end it. So we got 4 light curtains, so that was productive, but kind of expensive with the Phoenix Downs. Let's go ahead and get everybody healed up here. And let's reset our formation. Let's do that. Okay, and then I'm going to try and really get up to that save point there. I'm not going to make it without a fight, but, you know, maybe we can get there without wrecked. See, this is that dangerous formation here. But he's immune. Oh, man. That would have put him to stone. It did hit. That stone strike or stone touch, whatever that piece of garbage monster has, it hit. But we have stone proof on Wakka, so he's still up. Let's go ahead and steal from you. And let's go ahead and kill you. Of course. But we can probably put you to sleep. It's gonna cost us a Phoenix Down, but whatever. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and finish you off. And then we're going to try and get, hopefully, lightning marbles. That's what we need, is lightning marbles. But I don't even know if he has lightning marbles. I think he does. I think it's his rare, but I don't know for sure. Something has lightning marbles, that's all I know, because I've gotten them while I'm here, and I think it's these guys. I think it is his rare, but I don't know for sure. I'm trying to, you know, get this down, like, so that I know, you know what I'm saying? There it is! Why the hell did I start saying that, man? I hate that freaking thing. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? I don't like that, so why am I saying it? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Son of Dude, give me a freaking break with this shit. Plus, I'm going through a thing right now, so I'm just testy, you know? I'm pissy, just naturally. My fuse is shorter than it would normally be because I'm inflicting, well, basically what I'm doing is I'm choosing self-discipline. But it's causing adverse effects in my life. But I'm just hoping that in the long run it is gonna pay off, and then things can get back to normal. But son of a fucking bitch, dude! Steal your fucking item, bitch! How many times do you have to fail? It's 1 in 4 chance. That doesn't mean it takes 16 times. This place is just starting to piss me off is all. Come on, dude! How many times has she failed now on the 3rd attempt? You know what I'm saying? See, I didn't say it there. I said, you know what I'm saying. Not, know what I'm saying? Well, I got my Electro Marble, but that's not what I want. I want Lightning Marbles, and I don't know who gives me Lightning Marbles because I don't remember the last time I acquired one. So I just thought like I was getting a whole bunch of them, but I was wrong. I wasn't. I was getting a whole bunch of Electro Marbles, and Electro Marbles aren't what I need. You know what I'm trying to get at here. So, Lightning Proof is Lightning Marble, okay? I don't know where I'm getting Lightning Marbles. I had enough of them where I could make 2 Lightning Proof. Well, yeah. Well, no, 1. But I did steal 2 from something. Because I remember when I was paying attention, I was like, oh, I got 2 of them because I thought I got it as a rarest. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Maybe it was a mistake, but I swear I had 12. And then I died. So then I got pissed off because I don't take kindly to getting a game over. That's something that pisses me the fuck off. Because I usually don't get them. At least in games that I'm comfortable with, you know what I mean? Like, there's some games that I don't suck at typically. And this is one of them. I typically don't suck at this game. But this is kind of a hard challenge, you know? Like, I guess I should be open-minded about that. You know, it's not like... This is tough. It is tough. It's ridiculous for me to hold myself to, like I knew going into this I was going to be dying quite a few times in different spots, but that doesn't make it so that I'm not pissed off about it. You know? Like, I don't care how hard it is, the expectation is still that I don't die. And I know I'm going to get screwed sometimes, and I'm going to die sometimes, and it's just the way it is. But, and sometimes I'm just going to fail to execute proper, and I'm going to die sometimes from that too, but, you know, that's something I can control. I mean, it's my fault if I suck. So that's 4 Electro Marbles in a row. I don't know if this guy, even if you can steal Lightning Marbles, I should, man, you know, I really, there is like, as I'm going here, I'm finding these things that I would really like to know for sure, because then I wouldn't, if this guy doesn't even give me a Lightning Marble, then I'm not wasting my time, I guess, because the use command is our only method to really use any kind of magic at all. So even if I'm not getting Lightning Marbles, I am getting Electro Marbles, and Electro Marbles do they do allow me to cast a lightning spell, even if it's not a strong lightning spell. It's still a lightning spell, and it's still probably not garbage. I think we're on our attempt 3 here. And it's a lot better now that we put that lightning proof on Waka. I have to admit that for sure. It's much better. Because the odds are in our favor now. You know, it's 2 out of 3 that somebody who's immune is going to get attacked. So that's solid. Those are solid odds. And then Riku should survive if she has full health. Well, that's Electro Marble again, so I just don't know, like, who did I get my lightning marbles from then, you know? Who was I getting those from? That's what I would like to know. Who was I getting the lightning marbles from? That dragon? No, he's silver hourglass. And it's gonna be soft or petrify grenades from Ass Clown down there. Maybe it is the imp. Yeah, soft. Two. Still haven't seen a rare though. I guess it's possible this guy has no rare, or his rare is the same as his common. That's a possibility. But if his rare is the same as his common, then he basically has a de facto non-rare, or no rare is a de facto steal. Yeah, so that's their third attempt, and it's still an Electro solo. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, part of me kind of wants to just move forward here and go to the Macalania Woods there. It's probably that lightning element is probably who we get those from. But I think we don't. I think that I had stolen a rare and got 2 Electro Marbles as the rare. So, I mean, if that's the case, yeah, it's times 2 Electro Marbles. So where the hell was I getting the lightning marbles from? Oh, you know what? I got 8 of them. I think it's 8 from a chest in Guado Salam. I forgot about that. Which might bite me in the ass, honestly, because that means I won't have lightning 2 against future monsters. But I can get water 2 against future monsters, so maybe it'll be okay. But if I can't steal lightning marbles from anything on the Thunder Plains, then I don't want to be fighting anything other than the larva and the iron giants, really, because nothing else. Or and the Cactuars. Those are definitely worth it. It's not really worth trying to farm the musk here. But I swear I had 12 of them at one point, which would indicate that I did steal 2 of them from somebody at some point. Let's go ahead and skip and just double check this here. Yeah, okay, so we got an Electro Marble for our common. We got 2 Electro Marbles for our rare from him. And then there's the Imp who... Did we steal 2 Electro Marbles from him at one point? Or not? I don't remember. Maybe that's possible that it's the Imp and his rare. But I thought we got his rare. those 2 electro marbles. Well, definitely this guy, the lightning elemental, his rare is 2 electro marbles, not lightning marbles. But I thought it was electro marbles that you got in Guado Salam, not lightning marbles. So if that's the case, where the hell did I get the lightning marbles? You know what I'm trying to get at here? So I've got electro marbles coming out of my nose, and I've got 2 lightning marbles. And I had 10 lightning marbles when I made Wakka's armor, and I swear I had 12 lightning marbles, and then I died. And then I lost those 2 lightning marbles, and I was down to 10 again. And I thought it was electro marbles that I got in Guado Salam, but maybe it was lightning marbles. So I'm not sure. You know, I just don't know. But if I'm right about the 12 and I'm not misremembering, then that would indicate that there was something that I stole lightning marbles from here on the Thunder Plains. And if that's the case, then it is kind of worth my time. Of course it doesn't hit. Well, that's not the worst thing that could have happened. Those guys just hit too hard. Of course, slow doesn't hit. Oh, he dodged. That's nice. Slow still doesn't hit.
This ends now.
Alright, well, at least sleep hit. So we'll bring Riku back. And so it'd be 2 if it hits. That's 2. Maybe this guy you can steal lightning marbles from. His rare would be a lightning marble, maybe, I guess. That's a possibility. I don't think so, though. I kind of think, like, his rare is 2 of those light shield. Lights, whatever the hell they're called. That's number 3. Yeah, let's get out of here. This is bad enough formation. Lucid Targe and Shivering Blade. Well, let's go make a save. I still haven't run into a 3 Cactuar formation. Kind of odd. Aw. It did slow him. Now maybe we can sleep him. There we go. 2 in a row? Nope. but we get the long sleep at least. Alright. Going for number 3. Come on. There we go. Alright, what do we got here? 58 Electro Marbles, so that's nice. It's really nice that we have, you know, lightning magic at our disposal, but it's like, I don't know, I think it's like level 1.5 and then level 2.5 caliber magic. I'm pretty sure that Electro Marble is going to be stronger than Lulu's regular magic. Excuse me for just a minute, I'll be right back. So anyway, it's nice to have that as, you know, something that we have access to, but it's like I'd like to know where I can get more of those electro or those lightning marbles, because it's kind of a little bit more important. And I'm kind of like a little bit concerned. About the Seymour Anus battle coming up. Because I'm not going to have much in the way of level 2 magic. Or like, so we got 2 lightning marbles, no bomb cores, 3 dragon scales. We got 4 poison bags, that's good. I'm not sure if he's probably not susceptible to slow. But hey, we got shell 19 times. We got protect 28 times. We got 8 hastes so far. I think I might just move forward. To Macalania here. That's nice to run into these guys. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. All right, you're done. There's a number of different things to steal from in Macalania Forest, or woods, whatever. I don't remember what they all are. I know that there's water monsters in there. So we should be able to get water gems. But again, they're probably going to be a rare steal. And we can always come back here if we have to, and I think I'm gonna come back here anyway. To go back and get Arin's eject sphere. Yeah, now look at us. We're just in a terrible spot right now. They just gotta keep on going. And if that ass clown there decides to petrify Arin, we're done. So he can cast Mute and Petrify? I didn't realize that, or I guess I just forgot. Also, I guess I don't know that what his rare is. I don't know what the Imp's rare is. I have a feeling it must be Lightning Marbles, because I swear I had 12 Lightning Marbles and then I died. So I don't know what else I could have got a Lightning Marble from. We've already established that the Lightning Elemental only gives Electro Marbles. So it has to be... Well, if he's dodging, then that really sucks. Come on, dude! Give me a break. Now we're done. Yeah, see, that's what happens. That's a bad formation. You don't want to fight that formation if you don't have to. Well, in this situation, the game that we're playing right now, it's just a tough spot because there's a lot that can go wrong. You got that ass clown there at the bottom who's dodging freaking Titus twice? Dodging Titus twice. Titus is the guy that's supposed to attack him. That's why it's so important that Wakka is not dead. But, you know, we can only do so much. He doesn't have, like, infinite hit points. So, you know, we can make him invulnerable to magic. We've made him invulnerable to petrify. But he's still vulnerable to a hammer being laid down over his face. Now, on the bright side, we hadn't gained anything. But we still didn't get the opportunity to grind off that imp to find out if he does definitively have a rare of lightning marble. Which I have to believe that that's the case. Unless I'm misremembering and I didn't have 12 of those, and I'm pretty sure I did. Which pisses me off because I lost 2 of a really hard thing to find earlier, you know, where we're at in the game right now. What the hell is that shit now? Attack. Since when does she ever attack? Just attack. She steals. Well, at least there's that. That's positive. The problem is now we gotta go back and say it. Well, actually, you know, well, no. Yeah. Forget this ass clown. We can't get anything from him. Come on, just leave, dude. Like, leave. Having Flea would be so nice. Actually, I'm just gonna go forward. I'm not gonna go back and save.
Everyone, wait.
What's up?
I have something to tell you.
Here? We're almost out of here. Let's go.
I have to say it now.
Over there.
Somehow, my bad feelings always come true.
Yeah, I have premonitions as well. They're not always negative.
Decided to marry.
I thought so.
But why? Why'd you change your mind?
For Spira's future and Yevon's unity. I thought it would be the best thing to do.
That's not good enough.
Wait, is it? Is it because of Lord Jyscal?
Hey, that's Sphere!
Show me.
I can't. I must speak to Maester Seymour first. I truly am sorry, but this is... it is a personal matter.
You're kidding, huh? As you wish.
I'm sorry.
Just one thing.
I won't quit my pilgrimage.
Then it is fine.
Wait a minute, Auron. You don't care? I mean, you're not gonna stop her?
No, I'm not. As long as she is willing to face sin, all else is her concern. That is a summoner's privilege, as long as she journeys.
But that's...
Yuna, just one question. Can't you just talk to Maester Seymour? You got to marry him?
Don't know. But I think it is the right thing to do.
Okay, I guess.
Uni. Quiet! I wish we could help somehow. Some way.
It's okay. I'll be fine.
She says I'm sorry. He says it's fine. She's willing to face sin. She's privileged. I didn't understand. But somehow, I felt like I didn't belong. But if I didn't belong with them, I'd be stuck in Spira, alone. And being alone in that place, well, I didn't want to think about it.
Next, we're going to Makalania Temple. Yuna can talk with Seymour there. We Guardians will wait until they're done and plan our next move. Understood?
Alright, so... Well, that's always good to find. You know, I thought we were supposed to be able to interact with all of these. I don't understand why that's not working out. There you go. Well, it's not him. It's not him who has the lightning marble. I just don't know where the hell else would I have gotten the lightning marbles. I guess maybe somewhere in the lightning temple? I don't know. Or around there. There are some chests around there. That's very, very possible. But I swear I had acquired two at one point just north of the agency, and if that's true, and it might not be true, it's possible I'm just wrong. But if that is true, then it would have to be the imp. That's the only thing I could think of. The imp would have to be. There's another chest there, isn't there? Come on, dude. When it's just one, it's not that bad because he's not gonna one-shot someone. But it's still annoying when you gotta, like, you know, spend longer than you should have to try and get the third steal, you know? If it takes more than 3 attempts, then I'm like, dude, what do you know? Or even 4, I guess. Technically, it's 1 out of 4. Technically, would be, and the math would dictate 1 out of 4 attempts. There's a chest right there. So many levels of the same garbage. Alright, and then there's that. This whole place, I swear, is designed to just piss you off. I don't mean Spira, I mean the Thunder Plains. Oh, now look, we're gonna get wiped out by this bullshit. This is a bullshit formation. And it didn't hit, so... Oh, there we go, that one hit, so now we'll be alright. No! At least we got one out of it. I don't know, I thought we were supposed to be able to interact with all of those stones. I don't understand why it's not letting me interact with them. Why they don't start glowing. Is that 3? I don't think it is. Sorry, I was looking at something I thought was funny. I'm not gonna share it because people would be salty. People get salty about stuff these days that they shouldn't. You know, like words. Just because you don't like somebody else's words doesn't give you the right to tell them that, you know, you don't have the right to censor someone because you don't like what they have to say. It doesn't even matter if you're right and they're wrong. You still don't have the right to tell them they don't get to say what they want to say. At least not in the United States. It's part of the Constitution. It says that in there, just in case you didn't know. In fact, you know, it's the First Amendment to the Constitution.
You're
The
worried
very
about
first
Yuna.
one. It says
Of
that
course I'm worried
I get
about
to
her.
say whatever I want, and you can't
What
make
is
me
she
not say what I
thinking?
want.
The simplest answer would be, in exchange for agreeing
Well,
to
basically,
marry
that's not exactly true. It means that there
She
can be
hopes to
no law
negotiate
saying
with
that I
Seymour.
can't say what I want.
Negotiate what?
The problem is that
I
now we
wonder.
live in a country where
What? All by
corporations
herself?
create their own laws,
she's strong, but Seymour is the better
and the
negotiator.
government actually
Well, then,
uses
why don't we do
which is
something
illegal.
about it?
They're not allowed to do it technically,
Yuna wants
but
it this
they're,
way.
you know, they're really tricksy. And
I just
there are
don't get
people like
Doesn't she trust us?
a man who shall
the
remain
contrary.
nameless, who is
She
extremely
doesn't want us caught
skilled
up in whatever it
politician
is she's planning.
and liar and lawyer. I
Yeah,
mean, lawyer and liar are the
that's what
same
I
thing,
thought.
right? But
But that makes me
he's an
worry even
extremely
more.
skilled politician who
She could
has,
just tell us.
over many
That's
decades,
the way she
worked
is.
extremely hard
She's naive,
to,
serious to a fault, and doesn't ask for help.
I guess you could say,
You're probably right.
Yuna's easy to read.
build
Yeah, she
just
is.
about everything that he does based on the
hard to
bedrock
guard.
of plausible deniability.
Stand by her.
So,
Always.
I mean, it's basically impossible to prove in a court of law what he's been doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's like
Sorry.
the bedrock of his political
funny how calm I
philosophy
was.
is use
Maybe it was because I realized that Yuna
plausible
wasn't marrying
deniability
Seymour for
as
love.
the bedrock of
Not
his
really. It was just her
construct of
duty.
everything, you know.
Something
Everything
she
he
had to do
does
before returning to her
boils down
pilgrimage.
to that.
That's what I
Start
kept
with
telling
that,
myself anyway.
and then build on top of it.
And well, maybe
Because, you know,
I
that's a
realized
pretty
that Yuna
solid
and I never,
foundation.
you know. Yuna, let's go.
You know how, like, people like to Oh, Norm Macdonald wouldn't even say his name. I don't remember what he said, Schleiki Likey or something. Schleiki Likey. I don't remember exactly how he said, you know who I'm talking about, right? Anyway, that's kind of how I feel about this American politician. I'd rather not even say his name. I mean, he's not responsible for genocide, at least not on the scale of Schleiki. But he's definitely he's definitely been working really, really hard for a really, really long time at destroying
Lady Yuna,
the United States of
it is good to see you
America.
made it through safely. And if I may,
And
congratulations on your
he
betrothal.
is an extremely high-ranking
people are
U.S.
expecting
Political figure.
Take that road to go to Makalania Temple.
I don't know if he technically holds an office anymore, or if he just, you know, does fundraising speeches and, you know, like community, what would they call him? A community motivator or some shit like that. I think that's what he started off as, was a community organizer or something. I don't know. Basically a fundraiser, right? Very well spoken, very eloquent. Well, sometimes eloquent, but he's well spoken. When he used to give speeches, I would mute the TV and just watch his body language so I could tell when he was lying. Because he's so good at lying that you don't hear it in his voice. He's very, very skilled. But body language is almost impossible to hide if you know what you're looking for. Because the body just does it on its own, you know? The body knows it's lying. The mind knows it's lying. And so there will be small, very, very subtle tells that if you study an individual... Well, some people are really, really easy. It's not even... It's like night and day difference, you know? It's just, they can't lie at all. But skilled liars, especially like this guy, usually there's a change in the tone of their voice. It goes up or it goes down or it changes in some way, shape, or form. This doesn't happen with this guy. He can just stone cold lie. And there's no change. There's no... I mean, maybe if you had a computer to analyze it, you might be able to find it, but I couldn't really figure much out in the way of just, you know, audibly trying to decipher, you know, when he was lying. And there's a difference between telling a lie, or there's a difference between saying something that's not true and knowing that you're saying something that's not true. There's a big difference, especially in the mind of the individual who's, you know, telling the... I mean, there's a difference between willfully lying and trying to deceive someone and just saying something that's not true, that you don't know is a lie or is not true, you know? There's a big difference. Yeah, we're in a bad spot here. What do we got in the way of, like, water protection? I think I made a save, so we'll be alright, but I'm just kind of curious. Because Aron's probably going to die here now. Well, he survived it, but what does he have in the way of armor to protect him from water? Probably nothing. Yeah, nothing. Well, we could bring in I'd like to steal from this guy, but she's already gone. We don't have like a... I suppose Titus might. Silence touch. We could try it. Oh, apparently he's not immune to silence touch, so that's good to know.
Not like this.
Well, we're gonna have to create a different setup for this. Aaron, I mean, he has good hit points, but he's not, you know, we're losing our immunities now coming here. That's another reason why I didn't want to come here. I don't have immunities for here. And I wasn't going to be able to get them until I got here and built them from scratch here. But let's take a look and see what we got. Probably nothing in the way of water. Can't really take that off of him. And so the problem is we want to be able to steal. She's probably our best bet because she's got high magic defense. And yeah, boy, oh boy. So I guess as much as it sounds weird, it's probably better to have Lulu in. And then maybe Kimahri because of the hit points. And then we'll bring in, well, Lulu because of her defense and Kimahri because of his hit points. And then we can sub in like Wakka or Riku when we need to. But I think that's what we're going to do here. Maybe see what we can steal from that. Or honestly, you know, we can steal. What does she have here? She's probably going to get eventually some kind of water defense drop stuff. Lucid Targe. Magic Targe. Serum Targe. Serum, because there's those bugs in here. We'll do that. And then Water Word. That's probably what we should do for her to start with. Well, maybe not. Let's see here. What do we got for Aaron? Berserk Ward, Slow Ward, Echo, Silence Ward for Aaron. It's a 2-slot. I hate to use it. I don't want to use a ward on a 2-slot. We can use that. That's fine. We can give him that. We'll put Water Ward on there. He's got the hit points that'll keep him away from poison on the bee, and it'll slow the water down a little bit. And then customized. Is that probably all we got? We probably don't have any more fish scales. Right? Yeah, we don't. Okay. Well, that'll have to be what we start with here. It's going to be a grind. I knew that when we went into here. But at least Aaron should be able to survive a little bit now. Can we not run into a battle until we get... The music wasn't playing, so I was kind of confused. Alright, so let's see, what can we steal from you? Okay, what else can we steal from you? So he's immune to sleep. Are you immune to slow? No, you can be slowed. And I think you have been slowed, maybe? Maybe not. I think he has been slowed now. Come on. Come on, dude. Massive failed steals in a row start to piss me off. Come on, dude. Are you freaking kidding me, bro? Dude, unbelievable, dude. Well, let's bring you in and have you do blocking. Do it how many times? Community organizer. That's what they used to call him. Basically a guy who goes around and gets the blood flowing, gets people angry about stuff, gets people to give him money. Come on! How many times? How many times? Stop failing to steal, you dumb little bitch. Like, you don't fail a dozen times on steal number 3. Steal number 3 is almost, I mean, it's not as easy as steal number 2, but it's pretty close, man. Steal number 3 should be pretty, you know, run of the mill. We don't get a rare any of it. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here going forward is let's find out what the rare is, you know, find out what the rare is so we know. Okay, we got some high potions. Metal Targe. That's probably good, actually. Well, it's a weak ass metal targe. I'm just stressed out, you know. I got a lot of things on my plate right now, and I'm doing my best to just kind of just let it go. Try and trust the Lord, but as you can see, well, I guess you don't know me that well. Anybody who's listening to this, well, I don't know. I guess I haven't told a lot of the people that I know that I'm doing these streams, you know. In fact, very few people know. So, the very people, well, I know anyway. I didn't want to, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess if people found it organically, then that's cool. But I didn't want to, like, kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Self-advertise, I guess. Like this guy here, let's see what we can do about you. Arctic wind, okay. And then are you susceptible to slow? Yes, you are. And you have been now slowed. And then are you susceptible to sleep? No, you're not. Okay. And you hit good hard fire attack. And so it's Arctic wind, Arctic wind. He's probably going to do a physical attack this turn, right? Because he went fire, lightning, and then physical. So we got 3 Arctic winds, and let's go ahead and what do I want to summon against this guy, or do I just... I guess I want to know how many hit points does he have. Well, he's got 40, he starts with 5,000 plus, and he's got strong defensive, magic defense, so strong elemental, vulnerable to threaten, darkness, and silence. So you just extend the battle. Let's go ahead and let's bring in a summon. And he's got the best defense. Plus the guy uses thunder every 3rd turn, I think, so probably this is the best way to go. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, not that bad. Well. I think I'm gonna make a save and call it a night. I'm tired. I suffer from insomnia and I haven't been able to take anything to help for a number of weeks now, so It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle to get a good night's sleep, but tomorrow I do have tomorrow off. And so even if I toss and turn and toss and turn and toss and turn until like 5 in the morning, eventually I fall. So here's the thing, right? My clock in my body is different than the clock that our world runs on, right? So our world runs on a clock where people start their work day somewhere between, typically I would say somewhere between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. That's when people show up at work. So if you work at a job where you open up earlier than most, then maybe you have to be there at 6 o'clock or earlier. I mean, if you work at if you work as a garbage man, you probably have to be there at like 4 in the morning or some shit. If you work at a hospital, who knows what time you have to be there? Their hours suck. You know, they have bullshit hours. My ex-wife she used to work at a hospital, and you know, that was the hardest thing for her because you can't just have a regular schedule. No, they don't do that. You know, where you could actually, you know, develop some sort of a rhythm. No. You have to work, you know, what you usually work, and then, you know, randomly, or not randomly, but like at least once a month, then you have to work this other bullshit schedule. And then there are other places, I know people that work at power plants and stuff like that, where they have like 1 week they work in the morning, they have to be there at like 6 a.m. and then they get like, you know, a stretch of days off, and then they got to go, and then they got to be there at 6 p.m. So they flip-flop between having their days start at 6 a.m. and their days starting at 6 p.m. And that's just insanely bad for the body, man. That's probably worse for your body and mind than being, I wouldn't go so far as to say being a meth addict, because, I mean, there's not much worse for your body and mind than being a meth addict. But I would say it's as bad for your body and mind as being an alcoholic. I would definitely say that. I mean, people who are alcoholics can, you know, be productive members of society for decades before, I mean, so long as they're not so bad and far along where, you know, their pancreas gives out on them or their liver gives out on them when they're 30. But, you know, not everybody who's an alcoholic is so severe alcoholic that, you know, they, you know, destroy their bodies completely. But I would definitely say, you know, having to go, you know, 1 week you have to work at 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. and then you get 4 days off or something. And then the following week after that, then your day starts at 6 p.m. and you work another 12-hour shift, but you're on the opposite spectrum. I mean, that's absolutely murder that these companies, you know, they have to be run by sociopaths, because, you know, you would think, you know, any rational thinking human being would be like, okay, well, if we're going to run 12-hour shifts, let's have one group of people who work, you know, 6 p.m. until 6 a.m. and that's their schedule. That way they can develop a natural sleep cycle around that schedule. Even if it's not normal for their body and their mind to work that schedule, at least they can have some sense of a schedule, and their body will get kind of used to it, even if it's not, you know, the mind and body's preferred schedule. You know, the body can adapt, and they can at least get used to working that schedule, and then they can at least get their mind used to sleeping at a certain time of the day. And, you know, at least our employees, you know, or at least we're not working to murder their body or burn them out so, you know, that only kids in their 20s can actually do the job. I just can't imagine. And then there's people that work for ambulance services, they do the same shit. Rather than hiring more people and working a reasonable shift where, you know, everybody, you know, I get that sometimes they have a hard time finding staff, and so what they view as being fair is making everybody have to work all shifts. But that's just bullshit, and I can't imagine working for a company that would require that. It's bad enough for me to have to work a shift, you know, that goes against my sleep schedule. I never really thought too much about it when I was younger, but I always worked jobs that I had afternoon and evening jobs, right? So when I was in like school and stuff, like high school, I would obviously have to work evenings, or, you know, after work or after school I could work, and I could work evenings and stuff. And so that was just natural there. I still hated getting up in the morning to go to school, and in fact the last year, maybe the last year and a half that I went to school, I didn't take morning classes. I just had afternoon classes. And then probably because I was working, so I was going to school and working, and my body was overtaxed, and so it was already showing the signs of, you know, my body and mind were already telling me, hey, this is the natural schedule that's best for you. But I never noticed the insomnia until I was forced to work a schedule outside of my natural sleep cycle, which didn't really happen until I got into my mid to late 30s. I had always sought out jobs where I worked in the afternoon and evenings, and I would typically not even apply for jobs that were outside of that framework. And the very few times that I would, you know, say, well, let me try something new, it never lasted very long. And looking back on it, probably it was, you know, one, the job, I hated doing the job, but I think ultimately my body was just so exhausted from not getting any sleep. Because what works for me is that I go to sleep when I'm tired, right? When my mind is tired, when my body is tired. So what, actually, it sounds so stupid, but what does work for me the absolute best is for me to be so exhausted that I can't keep my eyes open anymore, and then I will fall asleep, and I will sleep in a deep sleep. But that's only half of it. The other half of it is that my body and mind get to sleep until they are well rested. So if I try to get up or force myself to get up because some cocksucker alarm is telling me to get up, that's bad for me. That's really, really, really bad for my body and for my mind. The time of the day where my mind and my body have its best sleep, I would say would be sometime around sometime in the 5 a.m. hour until sometime like 9:30, 10 a.m. in the morning. So let's just say from 5 a.m. until 10 a.m. That window of time is the window of time where my body will get its best sleep, okay? So now, to try and illustrate what I'm trying to talk about, imagine that you have your normal 9-to-5 job, and that's just your 9-to-5 life. The schedule that they try to burn into your body with 12 years of grade school, of grammar school, whatever. From K through 12, they're trying to burn into your mind and burn into your body a sleep schedule that says you get up early in the morning and then you start your day early in the morning, and that's how you function. They're trying to train your body and train your mind to work in that world, because that's where most people work. So anyway, now with that in mind, imagine that you are kind of tired one day, and you know, maybe it's your day off, so you don't have to work that day, but you're kind of feeling tired, or like on a Sunday, right? Let's say, you know, most people probably don't work on Sunday. Some people do, but I would say a majority of people probably don't. Let's say it's a Sunday afternoon, and you're just kind of feeling a little bit tired, so you lay down and try to take a nap. Well, how good of sleep do you really get in that nap time? You know, you might doze off there for a little bit, but you're kind of like fading in and out of consciousness, you know? You're not really getting any real good sleep. No deep sleep, probably extremely unlikely that you would get any kind of real REM sleep, okay? Now imagine that like kind of half asleep, half awake state that you're in when you're taking your Sunday nap. Imagine that that's the sleep that you have to, that's the sleep you get every night. And you don't get better than that because there's an alarm that goes off right when you're actually starting to get some good sleep, and it forces you up, and then you have to start your day because your alarm goes off, and that's when your day has to start. So you're exhausted all freaking day because you didn't get any good sleep last night. And then when it's time to go to bed, your brain hasn't shut down. You know, like anyway, that's what it's like for me when I have to, like the job I put my notice in a couple weeks ago. I'm off tomorrow, but Friday is my last day there. I've been blessed to have a schedule that is, it's about as early, or I should say, yeah, early, I guess. It's about as early as I can reasonably function at a high level, which means that I have to be there at 10 o'clock, okay? My day starts at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. That's when my schedule starts. But that means I have to wake up at 8:30. So I'm getting up at 8:30 because I have a very strict morning routine, and it takes an hour. I mean, I can try and rush it, but it's basically an hour. An hour plus a shower, which is about, I don't know. So by the time I take my shower and get dressed, that's an extra 15 minutes. So it's like an hour and 15 minutes, and then I'm lucky I have about a 15-minute commute to work. So that's the hour and a half. And that's like pretty tight right there. If I try to shave anything off of that, it's probably not very doable. In fact, it was less. I had crammed it into about an hour, or an hour, oh wait, no, an hour and 15 minutes. But then I pushed my alarm up another 15 minutes because I found that the extra 15 minutes was best. So basically my routine, first thing I do is I get up and I get my coffee started, and I make like a English muffin egg sandwich, and then I kind of lay down on the couch and consume my sandwich. I just lay there and just kind of munch on my sandwich, and then I make my coffee in a French press, and so while my coffee is kind of sitting there in the French press becoming coffee, I'll lay there on the couch and eat my English muffin sandwich, or my egg sandwich, and just kind of try to wake up a little bit, and then I'll have my coffee, do my devotions, take my shower, boom, I'm on the way. But if it's the day that I don't have to work, then that gets extended out a very long time. I just kind of, if I don't have to be somewhere, then I just ease into my day. But if I don't have to get up to an alarm, then I'll basically stay up until I'm really tired. If I've been working the last 3 or 4 or 5 days, I'm going to be completely exhausted. I'll probably go to bed earlier than even normal because I've just pushed myself and pushed myself and pushed myself. I'm at the spot now where I have learned that the previous job that I had, I worked for DirecTV, and there was one schedule that they offered that I could do, and that would be having Sundays and Thursdays off, and I've stuck with that. In fact, If I go back to 2017, I was actually working in a tourist town that summer, and I was bartending at a bar in a tourist town. You think, well, how many people are at a bar in, the middle of the day? Well, it's more than just a bar. It was a restaurant and a bar, but that place was packed all summer long. So my day would start at 10 o'clock there, which is roughly about what it is now, but it was a very high stress environment there because it's so busy. So I had Sundays and Mondays and Thursdays off. I would work Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. That was my work shift there. But that's kind of when this schedule thing started, and it worked good for me there because I had the 2 days. I never worked more than 2 days in a row. So no matter how drained I got, I never had to go more than 2 days in a row, and then I could, rest and charge my batteries up. And that's kind of how this schedule came to actually be something that I learned I can function at a job. I can function in a schedule where I start in the middle of the morning or late morning, depending on how you want to look at it, and function. Otherwise, I'd have to go. I've never done an overnight job. I mean, the closest thing I ever had to that was like working a bar where they close at 1. Sometimes on a busy weekend, you don't get out of there till like 3:30 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Or when I was in my 20s, when I was in my early 20s, I worked for Domino's Pizza delivering pizzas, and on the weekends we wouldn't close until 2 a.m. I mean, we would take orders up until 2 a.m. So I might not get off the road until close to 3 o'clock, and then if it was a busy night, and we had to clean the store up afterwards, it might be 4 o'clock in the morning by the time I get out of there. That wasn't, I never noticed this whole insomnia thing. Part of why I had afternoon and evening jobs when I was in my 20s was because, well, I liked the work I was doing. It was easy and it paid a lot better than, what people that were my age were, generally doing. I'm 21, 22 years old, back then I was making like a $15 an hour plus delivering pizzas. That counts tips and everything. But you have to realize that was when gas was 99 cents a gallon. And the minimum wage was probably like $4.25 or some shit. So if you extrapolate those numbers out, I was making close to $30,000 a year. And if you think about what the cost of goods was back then, that wage, what I was making back then, as far as if you account for inflation, and I didn't realize it at the time, but honestly, that would have been equivalent to about a $60,000 job right now. Which is crazy to think about that, but that's the math holds up, man. Anyway, maybe even more, because inflation has gotten worse over the last year or so. Gas is what, almost $6 a gallon? Come on, man. That's just not acceptable. That's just so insane. But anyway, I don't want to go into all the details why I left the current job I have, but it was time for me to go. And, I would really like to find something where I can work afternoons and evenings again, or I might even take and dip my toe into the overnight world. I got a buddy of mine, he works 12-hour shifts. He starts at 5 p.m. and he works till 5 a.m., which is pretty harsh. That's kind of late in the day to be getting done with work. But his schedule is such that he never has to work more than 2 days in a row, except for 2 stretches a month where he has to work. Basically, so every other weekend he has off. He has like Friday, Saturday, Sunday off every other weekend. But every other weekend he has to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. But aside from those 2 stretches a month, which is, think about it, you have 2 3-day stretches a month, that's not that bad. Other than that, he never has to work more than 2 days in a row. So That's not a bad schedule. That's not bad at all. But they're 12-hour shifts. I guess I wouldn't mind doing 4 10s. You know, if I could do like I don't know, 1 to 11, noon to 10. But if I was gonna work like, I guess a good schedule would be like, I don't know, 3 to 11, right? Is that 8 hours? 3? Yeah, 3 to 11 with no lunch break. Because I mean, I don't really need a lunch break. I can, you know, snack on something at work. I can snack on some peanuts here and there, or, you know, something light like that. I don't usually eat very much during the day. I eat like something in the wintertime. I eat something for breakfast. In the summertime, I mean, more recently this summer I have, but historically I don't eat anything for breakfast. I just have coffee or cigarettes. But I gave up cigarettes in 2016, so you know that's been a while now. But anyway. I have taken things to help me sleep better, and that really makes a difference. But I'm exercising self-discipline, and I'm not doing that right now because I think it's probably just worth my effort and time to just struggle through this for the time being. And then once things become a little bit more settled in my world, then you know, life will get better. Let's put it that way. But anyhow, yeah, insomnia, man. It's like I get my best REMs. It's like, even if I go to bed now, right? If I go to bed right now, I'll toss and turn till about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Then I'll probably get up, maybe try and eat something real light, like maybe some dates, or maybe a little bit of chocolate, maybe. Just something really light. If I have something that's like carbs laying around, maybe I'll have like some peanut butter toast, but I don't lately have much in the way of carbs laying around the house, other than my English muffins, which is just my breakfast thing. So there's that. But you know, and then I'll try to go back to sleep, and then usually sometime right around 4 o'clock, I'll start to zonk out, and have good sleep, right? Like I'll start to have dreams and have REM sleep and, you know, deep sleep. And then when you're having deep sleep, you kind of go up and down like waves on the ocean, you know? You're not always super deep sleep, you're not always light sleep. You're kind of on this, you know, kind of riding this wave of sleep where you dip in and out of super deep sleep and then into medium sleep and then into light sleep and then back down again. You're not like, it's not like when you take a nap where you're coming in and out of consciousness. It's deeper down than that, but I hardly ever can get that level, that good sleep, you know, where I'm riding the wave. I don't usually, my body won't click into that until usually sometime right around 4 o'clock, maybe a little bit earlier, maybe a little bit later. Sometimes it doesn't happen until like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Sucks when that happens, but sometimes that's just the way it is. But if I am able to lay in bed until I feel well rested, then that problem is solved for me. So like, let's say I don't have to work tomorrow, right? Let's say I go to sleep and, you know, toss and turn for a couple hours, and then I zonk out hard at like, let's just say 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then I kind of wake up a little bit, look over at the alarm clock, it's like 9 o'clock, 9:30 or something. I'll roll over and go back to sleep. and then I'll go back to dreamland again. And my mind will continue, you know, doing whatever one's mind does and sleeps in REM. And then probably get up sometime. I'm gonna be tired. Not get a good night's sleep the last 3 nights in a row. So I'm probably not gonna get up until, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't roll out of bed till 11:30. But I'll be well rested when I get up. And I won't feel like ass tomorrow. I will feel good because I'll wake up with a well-rested bonus. Call it anyway. There's a game called the Elder Scrolls games, the Elder Scrolls series. When you when you sleep, I don't know how much time you have to sleep, but when you have your character sleep a certain amount of time in that game, when your character wakes up, they have something called a well-rested bonus. And a well-rested bonus just means that your character has some advantages. They have a buff, basically, for, I don't know how long, maybe 6 hours of game like that, or I don't remember how long the buff is, but your character gets a buff for getting a well-rested bonus. And that's kind of what I've jokingly referred to me being able to get a good night's sleep, because I didn't have to wake up to an alarm. I call it a well-rested bonus. So anyway, hopefully I can get something like that. That would be a real blessing. Or even better than that, you know, I can just become independently wealthy and become a philanthropist. I have some really kick-ass ideas for philanthropy. Like, oh man, you know, you see people who are down on their luck, and then you see people that have created terrible luck for themselves, you know. There's the crackhead begging for some money so he can go, you know, 2 blocks down the way and get some more dope. And then there's, you know, the 50-something couple who are, something bad happened, man. That's all you can tell, you know. They don't look like they're all junked out. They look like, you know, they are clean, you know what I mean? Like, they haven't been living in the gutter, but they've been relying on other people to get by because something bad happened in their life. You know, maybe they lost their job and they got, you know, evicted out of their home. Maybe, who knows what might have happened, but something really bad happened in their life. And, you know, maybe it was something that they kind of brought upon themselves. Maybe they, you know, made a really risky investment and it fell through. But in these days, who knows, man? People have lost so much in the stock market just recently. So much, man, so much. So, just who knows what, you know, but, you know, try and get the crackhead off the dope. Try and find some kind of a treatment place that will take him in and help him that way. The other guy, hey, you know, there's some stuff you can do to help the other guy. The other guy wants to help himself, so all you really got to do is just, you know, get the ball moving, and the other guy will take care of the rest. The crackhead, you know, he probably has to hit rock bottom before he's good. I know this guy. In fact, I know a couple of guys that are. The one I worry about him a lot. He's one of my longtime friends, and who knows where he's at anymore. You know, he pops on the radar every now and again, gives me a phone call or text message, and then disappears again into the night or wherever he goes. I don't know. Then there's this other guy I know who's, well, this one of them is brighter than the other. Let's put it that way. The one who's brighter than the other, he's the one I worry about more, because he's the one that kind of disappears, and who really knows what's going on, you know? Who knows what rabbit hole he's gone down. But the other guy, he's more susceptible to I don't know how to really say it. Like, so the one who's brighter than the other, he knows what decisions he's made. He's come to term with them, or terms with his decisions, and it's just the lifestyle choices that he's made, and that's just the way it is. I don't think he blames other people so much as he just has come to just choose this lifestyle. The other guy, the one that's not as bright, it's always somebody else's fault, you know? He never takes responsibility for his own actions. It's always, well, my actions wouldn't matter if only this other dude hadn't done this thing. You know, it's like, come on, man. That only works like 1 or 2 times, you know? It's not always some other dude if it's always happening to you. That other dude is you, bro. You know? That other dude is you. And until you decide that you're gonna make the life choices and choose self-discipline over, you know, blaming other people, you know, nothing's ever going to change, man. So, you know, I feel bad for both of them, but the one, I don't know, I worry more about the one than the other, just because yeah, I don't know. I just worry about it more. And then the one that's not as bright. I mean, he's not retarded, I don't think, or anything like that. He's just somebody that bad people can manipulate pretty easily. So, like, you can push his buttons whenever you want. It's not hard. So, if there's a bad person out there that is smarter than your average bear, he's gonna see this guy like from a mile away, man. He's gonna see him from a mile away, and he can manipulate him any way he wants to his advantage. And how, I mean, he's not retarded. He's just easily manipulated, and he gets emotional about things, and then he lets his emotions take his best judgment away. And like that guy, you know, he's hit rock bottom how many times, you know? But it's never his fault. It's always somebody else's fault. Somebody always screwed him over. You know, it's like, dude, I mean, this is all your fault, man. Just stop making stupid life choices and things will work themselves out. So the one guy that always makes poor life choices no matter what, you can throw all the money in the world at him, that's not going to solve his problems. He'll just blow all that money and continue making poor life choices. So philanthropy is not going to do that guy a whole lot of good. The one who's a little bit brighter, you know, I think if he just all of a sudden, you know, if somebody said, hey, I'm just going to buy you a farm somewhere, I mean, not like a big, you know, farm, but like, you know, a house in the middle of nowhere in some rural community, and you can just live there and live whatever lifestyle you want in there, and no one's gonna mess with you, and you can just play music and listen to music and do whatever the hell you want to do, and, you know, invite whoever you want to hang out at your place. I think he would probably be safe, and no real harm would come to him for the most part. Other than whatever he allowed to happen to him, you know, like, I don't know. He'd be okay. If he could survive the things he survived, he definitely would be fine if he just had his own place to just chill. That's for sure. So, and that's the one I worry the most about, because, I don't know, man, he's been in some pretty dark spots. And money would help solve that guy's more problem. His problems would be more easily solved by money, because he knows what he's doing. He's making the choices to put himself in the situations that he's in. He's willfully saying, I'm making this choice. Whereas the other guy is like, well, it's not my fault. It's somebody else's fault. You can't fix that, man. You can't help that guy. Not until he decides that, you know, he's going to take responsibility for his own actions and stop blaming other people. Anyway, I'd love to be a philanthropist. That's a lifetime dream of mine. To have enough money where I could just give away tens of millions of dollars to help other people and make the world a better place. I have a lot of ideas. The only thing is I just don't have the money, you know what I'm saying? I just don't have that kind of money. I don't have very much money at all. But things could be worse, you know? Have a nice night.